Hey, welcome to Feeding Our Young podcast. Have you ever heard the phrase that nurses eat their young? Well, Feeding Our Young is more than a podcast. It's a movement. It's a desire to see nurses of all ages to be supported and uplifted by their peers. And it starts with me. It starts with you. So join our host, Eric Miller, a registered nurse for nearly 20 years and adjunct clinical instructor. And today's honored guest, me, Allie Henderson, or Alessandra Henderson, whichever one you can pronounce. And be ready to have your life uplifted so you can, in turn, uplift others. Welcome to the Feeding Our Young podcast.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Feeding Our Young podcast. Today I'm with an incredibly special person. I say it all the time. I'm going to probably say it all the time, so get used to it. But it doesn't make it any less true. But before I do that, a little shameless self-promotion. It's actually not it is self-promotion. It's a little humble brag. But more than that, it's actually thanking you, the listening audience, for helping to make this happen. Because in between this morning's session and this afternoon's session, I got a notification from Buzzsprout, who hosts our episodes, that someone had downloaded the 5,000th episode. And it is April 4th, as is the time of this recording. We've been live for less than 10 months, just under 10 months. And I know there's some podcasts that probably reach that number faster. And there are probably some podcasts that reach that slower. But our job is never to look to the left or the right. We're looking forward because the podcast isn't the end goal. The end goal is the mission. And the mission is changing this culture around eating our young so that we can start feeding our young. So the podcast is only a tool. I don't care about, I love numbers. I'm a number nerd. But that being said, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go down that road. I've talked enough. Let's get talking to our honored guest. Allie, how the heck are you today?
Oh my goodness. Number one, I just want to say congratulations. I'm so excited about
thank
this.
you. Thank you.
This is amazing. And what you're doing is amazing. So yes, and yes, and yes.
Well, I thank you for that. I actually asked her permission to share that stat before we started going. I was like, I don't want to I was like, this isn't about us. It's about you. But we're going to take a quick moment just to thank everybody for listening. So...
yes.
Wonderful. So, Allie, let's not waste any time. I want to, any more time, I should say. Talk to me. Where is home for you? Where do you live, Allie?
I currently live in Hawaii. We've been living in Hawaii for 5 years in the island of Oahu. And this is home.
Oh,
this is home.
And we were just talking about, that you probably won't hear it on the episode. But there was rain, first of all, during her intro.
Yes.
And now there is beautiful birds singing in the background. And she says, you wanted me to close my window for this? And I was like, please no. If I can be on the island of Oahu in the comfort of my room, my wife is probably going to be jealous. And we'll be like, babe, I went to Hawaii today. Just so you know.
Sorry.
No, all right. So that being said, no, lovely, lovely. You are our second honored guest that we've recorded with that lives in Hawaii. And I'm just so excited about that. But even more importantly than that, where are you from? Because you've got quite the background there. Have you always lived in Hawaii?
No. So, I am born and raised in Brazil and lived here. I've moved to the United States when I was 18 years old. Mm-hmm. And it all started, it was a long story, but I'll try to make it short for you.
You make it as long as you want. We'll just make you a double episode. It's fine. Episode 1, all about Allie's background and how she made it to the United States. And go.
So, came in when I was 18. I honestly was pretty much like the rebel child. Not in a bad way, but I just wanted something different. I wanted something there was something more in life. Mm-hmm. So when I was 18, I should have been married. I should have been married. So I refused to get married, told my parents I was going to move. My mom actually helped me out, she's somewhat of a rebel too. I think I got it from her. So I came to the States. I ended up in Miami living with a friend, and I was supposed to be there for 6 months just to chill, just to kind of clear my head, figure out what I want to do with my life. And that turned into 22 years because I just stayed. In Miami, I worked as a nanny. I cleaned homes. I did what I had to do. I put myself to school. And maybe, I don't know, I was 18 at 20. When I was 26, I met my husband.
Wow.
And that's when, like, 6 months later, I married him. So that's, if you look at it, that's what my story was. And then since we got married, we've been together ever since, of course, traveling, moving, and we ended up in Las Vegas. Yeah, we moved cross country. He got a job with Cirque du Soleil. And
doing what?
Yeah.
Doing what?
So funny. Cirque du Soleil, back, my gosh, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They were doing a show in Las Vegas called La Rev, which is from the Wynn Hotel. When Hotel was being built. And they needed a group of divers. My husband is a scuba diver. He's a certified scuba diver. So they needed a group of divers to go into Vegas, work for Cirque du Soleil, and actually train the performers to dive. Because that was this 70 feet deep pool that the show was going to be about.
Oh
and
my gosh.
My husband ended up getting, like, his buddies ended up going, hey, Owen, do you want to go to Vegas to dive? And he's like, oh, to the desert to dive? That's weird. Sure. We'll go. And
wow.
Yeah. And we just packed our car. Back then, I still remember, we had no kids, just the two of us, not even a dog. So we just wanted it, just us. And we packed our little Toyota Corolla and we drove cross country. And that's how we made it to Las Vegas.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And we lived there for, my gosh, like 17 years before we moved to Hawaii. Yeah.
And you've been in Hawaii 8 years. I'm trying to do
and
all
I've
this
been
math.
In Hawaii for 5.
Or 5
yeah.
years. Sorry, 5 years. So, but I'm doing all the math, and you're not that old. You're like making stuff up. This is all BS. I'm calling BS on this. This is incredible. Also, we're going to have to do like a second, third episode with your husband. We're going to get him on and listen to that.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Your guys' stories are just incredible. I can't believe that. Okay, so we'll unpack more of like where nursing fits in all that picture.
Boy, you have no idea. I'll tell you.
I'm excited. So, but before we do, let's just continue with our standard opening questions. What 3 words, Allie, did you use to describe nursing school?
Honestly, nursing school was intense. It was challenging, but it was very rewarding.
And we'll talk more about that at the end, of course, as we always do. But in the meantime, in all that, I'm assuming you're no longer a nursing student. What degrees do you hold, and roughly when and where did you get them?
So, nursing school, I did my nursing school in Vegas.
Okay.
So, once we moved there, I had to find a job, so I learned how to deal. I went to school, became a blackjack dealer, and I got a job in the casino. Yeah. So one day at a casino, I promise it's going to be fast.
No. We want to hear this. We want to
stories.
If we don't hear it in the intro, we're going to hear it later. So you might as well just tell us all about it now. This is a very Vegas-y thing, so let's go.
So one day I was in a blackjack table, dealing, having fun, talking to people. And this lady comes in. We start talking, just chilling. And I was dealing to her, and she was super nice. And then she asked me, she's like, how do you like what you do? And I'm like, I like it. It's a job. I like it, but I don't see myself doing this for my whole life. I just don't know what I want to do. And I remember I was on my, I don't know, maybe 22, 23, almost 20s.
Okay.
Which I'm not there anymore. Okay. So, and then she looked at me. She's like, I've been talking to you for a little bit. Like, you have a good personality. You're really nice. And you look like you're a very caring person. You would be an amazing registered nurse. She said, that's what I do. I'm an RN. And I'm like, oh, okay. What do you got to do that? And she's like, you just have to, take your prerequisites, apply. She's like, yeah, you look smart. You can do it. And she just talked me into becoming a nurse.
At a blackjack table.
At a blackjack table.
Oh my gosh.
Put it on a Wednesday night. Everyone drunk. I was working back then at the Palm. at the Palms Casino, which is like one of the biggest one in Vegas. A lot of partying, a lot of heavy partying, a lot of people, always busy. And I find this woman that sits on my table and talks to me about, you should become a nurse. Like, you have that in you. And it just sat with me for a week. Like, it just sat with me. And I feel like she pretty much told me what I needed to do with my life.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
Wow.
Like it was something that was meant to be.
For sure. And I just love, because that's, of all the questions I get to ask people, that's my favorite, is how did you become a nurse? Because some people are like, you know what I mean? Well, I knew since I was young, and others had this immensely emotional, impactful story. And others are like, well, there wasn't anything else available and I want job security, so I did that and now I love it. Not once yet have I got someone becoming a nurse, the seed planted at a blackjack table. This is fantastic.
That was the first time.
Oh, so sorry, your degrees and when you got them, where you got them. How far have you gone in your nursing progression?
So back in, I went to nursing school in 2010, September of 2010. I graduated in 2012. I took an accelerated program. And it was amazing and extremely hard at the same time. Yeah. But let's talk about change, because I had to quit working. I had to quit my blackjack job to just be a nursing school student, like a nursing student full time. So yeah, we made it work. Yeah. Got it. But after once I graduated, I got pregnant. I had my first son. So I went into NICU and PICU. But because I had a little baby at home, it became very emotional for me. It hit home, right? Yeah. Going to work with sick kids and trying to be supportive to parents and family members and coming home to a healthy child. And I kind of felt like, there was no reason for me to feel guilty, but I felt guilty that I was so blessed with an amazing baby that was just there waiting for me. Yeah. And where other parents didn't have that blessing, not even a luxury, it's a blessing. So that was too much for me to handle. So I finished PICU, finished NICU, and I said, like, what am I going to do? And I said, I'm going to go into home health. There's nothing that can stress me if I go into home health. So I went from the little diapers to pretty much the big diapers.
The big diapers, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I started working with Kindred Hospital in Las Vegas, and it's an amazing group. And I was their home health nurse. And I went from assisted living facility to assisted living facility, just taking care of my peeps, my geriatric folks. And I loved it. And as a nurse, I did my nursing, had one kid, a year later, got pregnant again, had to have my second one, because seriously, my gynecologist told me, my OB told me, Allie, time is ticking. If you want, it has to be now.
those eggs are drying up, sister. Yes. Let's go if you're going to do it.
Go, sis. And I said, okay, fine. So we had a second child. And at that point, I kind of told myself, okay, I really have to think about this because, I'm not getting any younger. What do I want to do? Do I want to stay a nurse, be a nurse for the rest of my life? Or do I want to do something else? And I've always had that little bug. I call it a bug. There's something else. There's something more. I can do more. I can improve. So I said, I'm going to become a nurse practitioner.
This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do.
And my husband is like, okay, all right. And mind you, I had just found out I was 3 months pregnant. Yeah. When I received the congratulations, you got enrolled into South University.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
So I'm like, okay. And my husband's like, no, maybe you should back down. Let's just have a baby. I'm like, back down. Yeah. That's not what we do.
You think I can't do both these things at the same time? Do you not know me?
We push forward, buddy. We got this.
Oh, wow.
Throughout my NP program, I was pregnant, going to school. I was working. I had my son was about a year. already. So after, I remember perfectly. I was in labor. I was at the end of one class. I had submitted paper, and he's like, "We have to go," and I'm like, "We go once I press submit. I am not failing this class. You don't understand." So it was funny. I pressed submit. He's like, "Okay, we are going to the hospital. Your doctor is waiting. We gotta go.
It's time."
So, had a baby, took maybe, I don't know, 3 weeks off or something, and then went right back at it.
You guys, like literally I'm taking 3 weeks and having a baby, like that's the aside in this story. Like I'm just taking a break, having a baby, and then we're gonna go right back to it.
We're gonna go right back to it.
Oh
yeah. So I graduated NP school, and I'll tell you the dates because I have it all written down because I can't keep dates in my head. So NP school was from 2014 to 2017.
Oh wow.
And so it was very interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you, Eric. Nursing school was harder than NP school. If you can get in, if you can pass that in class, and if you can go through nursing school, please, you can do anything in life. And that's what I want to tell your people. Like, if they don't get anything from this,
you're bringing it. Like, if we can just end right here. You just heard nursing school is harder than the education that comes after it.
Oh, my gosh.
It's so hard.
Yeah. NP school, because I guess, like, I got prepared from my RN program. NP school, I'm like, when does it get harder? Is that it? I'm like, bring it, people. I'm like breastfeeding on the computer, finishing up a note, finishing up a post, and the APA and all that stuff that you have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
That I completely put it on the back burner now. It just came to me.
Yeah.
The APA format. Oh, God.
Oh, don't. Yeah, there's so many people whose butts just clenched when you said that. Mine included. Make sure the citation is 100% accurate. Like, no.
Right.
Stop.
Please.
Okay, so I'm sure we're gonna talk more about this. There's so much that you have to share. I'm already feeling we're only 15 minutes into your episode here, and I am feeling like you might be a double episode. So, with your early permission, I'd like to turn you into a double episode.
You got it.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad you're willing to do that. Cause and you warned me beforehand. You said you like to tell a story. You like to talk. And I was like, well, that makes two of us. So we're in trouble. All right. So before we continue with the stories, before we continue with the wisdom that you want to bring and what you're doing with that nurse practitioner degree, I have warned you, but not prepared you for our patent, not pending, unofficial Feeding Our Young personality test. Are you ready for the 5 questions? And here's what I love about this. As people listen to this, when they hear your episode, they're going to be like, well, we've heard this so many times before. How do people not know? Here's why. Because I'm doing the same 5 questions from the first person I did this with all the way through until that first person's episode airs. And then when that first person's episode airs, I'm going to pick 5 entirely new questions. So don't worry, everybody who, if this is your least favorite segment, new questions are coming. But not yet. All right. So, Allie, your 5 questions.
Let's do it.
I give them to you rapid fire style. You can just give simple answers. You can give rationale if you really feel compelled. It's up to you. Okay?
Let's do this.
All right. Would you rather instantly learn a new language or instrument?
Instrument.
Ooh. Would you rather have the ability to fly or breathe underwater?
Breathe underwater.
Says the Hawaiian. The living on Hawaii. Right? Are you team pie or team cake?
None.
Ooh, neither. Okay, so you're in this horrible, horrible room. Someone is punishing you, and you have to pick one or the other. Which one are they going to force feed you?
I guess I'll go with the cake if I have to.
If she has to. She has to. Otherwise, none. Is Wham's song titled Last Christmas actually a Christmas song?
I don't know. What song is that?
Okay,
you got me.
I'm 0 for 2 today on people who have heard this song. So that's going to be your homework assignment. George Michael, before he was George Michael, the performer, he was in a band called Wham. And so now you're going to have to listen to this when we're done.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a whole story. People know the story. I'm not going to share it again. But is Wham's song titled Last Christmas actually a Christmas song? He talks about like breakup, how he gave this lady his heart and she gave it away and blah, blah. It's kind of a sad, but it's like, yeah.
Christmas,
yeah, that one. Yes, ma'am. So is it a Christmas song or not?
It has to be a breakup song.
There it is. Okay,
Yeah.
breakup song, not a Christmas song. And your last question. Congratulations, you've just won a time machine. Are you going to go back in the past or are you going to go see the future?
Oh, I'm going forward, baby.
Boom, going forward. I kind of suspected that from you. And with that, the results are in. You're amazing. Congratulations. Yay. Okay. Now that we've established she's amazing, and now that we know exactly what type of person she is, we can get back to her story. Everybody's like, why are you doing this segment? She's telling amazing stories. Get on with it. So a few more icebreaker questions just because you have them here, and I kind of loved your answers. What's your superpower, Allie?
My superpower. I am very personable. And this is not something I try. This is not something I want to do. Excuse me. This is not something, it's just me.
Yeah.
And it's the weirdest thing. Like, I find out the weirdest things about people. And and I don't want to sometimes. They just tell me.
Yeah.
And they just like, you know what? I don't know what I'm telling you this. But, and in the back of my mind, I go, oh boy.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Okay, well then, on that subject, Allie, since you and I go way back, for about 21 minutes and 33 seconds by my reckoning so far, I will tell you something, and apparently the listeners, that I don't tell a bunch of people except my coworkers and my family. I can't burp. I can't burp.
That is so interesting.
I physically can't do it. I do it half a dozen times a year, usually on accident with a hiccup. There it is, everybody. My deep, dark secret.
There
Allie,
you go.
I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to share that with you. But also, on a serious note,
I've heard this before.
on a serious note, though, you saying you're personable, like, I mean, that's kind of what landed you in nursing based on your story, right? Like, that person at your blackjack table is like, You've got something. You've got something. You should do this. And you're like, yeah, okay, sounds good.
Okay, that's fine.
If you could have a meal with one person, who would that be and why?
Mel Robbins.
Mm.
I've been stalking her for a while. And I don't know the word, excuse me, the word stalking is kind of weird, but I've been listening to her books and her podcasts, and like listening to her and to her message. Mm-hmm. It's the most genuine thing someone can do for themselves. Yeah. Like it's not for anyone else but for you. And it's all about self-care. And it's just something that we don't have nowadays. Like everyone is so busy. We're just doing like 5,000 things at the same time. And I found her and I started listening. I think seriously, I have to listen to books because as you can see, I can stop till read. But I can listen. I'm a good listener. You can listen. So I've been listening to her books and her podcasts, and the message is amazing. Like if you people go find her. Yes. It's life-changing.
Yes, and you don't want to miss it. I've dabbled in a little bit of her stuff. I want to not dabble because I feel like that's like insulting. And for those that don't know, it's literally the Mel Robbins podcast. That's the title of her podcast.
Yes.
But she is incredible. Her books, like that's the next, I have it on my list. And because I don't take the time to listen to audiobooks, I haven't read it yet. So I'm going to have to take a page out of your notebook there.
You have to listen to the Let Them Theory.
Oh, the Let Them Theory. That's the one that I see pop up all the time. Everybody like, okay. Done deal. You've heard it here first.
Life-changing. You understand why things happen and that you understand that's not your fault.
Yeah. And I imagine the lack of control you have over the things that, you know what I mean, outside of, ergo, let them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, there's a little promo. Mel Robbins, if you get a wind of this at all, I'll happily come on your podcast. I'll happily have you on my podcast. Why do I care? Okay. Anyway, what a couple more tidy up questions there, because I want to see where you go with this based on what you wrote here. But your greatest regret, and on the opposite side of it, what day in your life do you want to relive?
My greatest regret, I say regret, but regret is when you do something consciously, right?
Yeah.
To me, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think I did anything consciously in my youth, but my greatest regret of the whole situation is wasting so much time not knowing what I wanted. Like not having that vision.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness, if I knew I wanted to be a nurse when I had just got out of high school and moved to this country, that would have been amazing. It would have saved me so much time. But again, I wouldn't have met my girl at a blackjack table, you know?
Exactly. So, you know what I mean?
If she's listening to this podcast, I really want to thank you. You changed my life.
That would just be a dream of mine, if just some random person who's like, no, she's talking about me. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah, I know her.
I love that story. I love that story. I don't know why I keep going with you. Like, I'm like, it's because I want to hear more. But, you could just end there. That's just so incredible. Oh, man. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about your family, because tied up in that, too, was the question that you said you wanted to answer, as far as, like, who your hero is. So tell us a little bit more about that.
My hero is my mom. Yeah. She's awesome.
Why so?
She's amazing. She's a strong woman. Very calm, very kind, but very strong and stern. So she's able to have all of that in the perfect measurements.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's my person, my go-to.
Is she in the States as well? Is she still back in Brazil? Like, what does that look like?
She's back in Brazil.
She's back in Brazil.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So do you get to travel often? Like, what does that look like? I don't get to talk to anybody who's from Brazil, Allie, so feel free to share that with us.
So I talk to her every day. I call her every day. And it's here we go with the time zones, right?
Yeah.
It's a 7-hour difference. So it's early in the morning for me. I call her. So it's like, almost like 7:00 at night for her. So I talk to her every day. I feel like, it sucks that she's away. Yeah. But I call her every day, and I feel like we're close. Yeah. Like, we can FaceTime. Thank God for technology. We can FaceTime. We can do all this, right? So it makes it easier. I try to go to Brazil. I try to go to Brazil every 2 years, but since the pandemic, it's been rough. So they came 2 years ago. My parents came 2 years ago, and now at the end of the year, I'm taking my whole family, because I want my kids to see where I grew up, what school I went to. I want to kind of take them down memory lane.
And that'll be their first time there?
That will be their first time that they remember in Brazil. Because they went as babies, but they have no clue. Yeah. Yeah. And I want them to see, Eric, the difference. The difference, what it is to living in a country, a third world country. Right? Like, the struggles. I want them to see what kids go through. I want them to see how privileged they are to be able to just get up in the morning and go to school, have a roof under their head, or have food on their plate, or just know that, hey, from high school, you can go to college. Then from college, you can go to university if you want to. In my country, it's completely different. It's a struggle. Yeah. From high school, you have to apply and take this crazy test. And if there's not enough space, you don't go. You can ace it. Wow. But if there's no space, well, sorry, you try again next year. And guess what? They all do. It's the mentality. Wow. You have to keep on going. Yeah. So it's just, I really want to instill that in them, because I want them to know that they have it pretty good here. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's one of those reminders that we all need every day, of the very things that we take for granted, right? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Wow. Absolutely. Wow. Anything else you want to share about your family, your husband, your kid? How old are your kids? Did you say that earlier? This is the blonde moment in me. So yeah. It's all good. I have two boys. I have a 10 and a 12.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So they are teenagers, right? They're not teens yet. They're tweens. So we're going through the phase, just like, I know everything, Mom. Yeah, you don't understand, Mom. Don't talk to me, Mom.
You've lived a long time, Mom, but you don't understand like I do.
Right.
Oh.
No. So it's been like very, very interesting and challenging at the same time. Because as a parent, you want to be there for them, right? You want to catch them before they fall.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You really have to kind of step away and let them fall, but make sure that they're not falling so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make sure that even if they fall, the Band-Aid is right next to them. So it's that balance as a parent that I'm learning. This is a different it's a different learning opportunity for me as a parent. And so is for my husband.
Yeah. I wish, I wish there was like a parenting practitioner degree. You know what I mean? Something that you could just go and learn, and yet everybody's story is too different. You can't, there's nothing that's totally applicable to everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, well, okay, wonderful. And then your husband, you said you guys have been married how many years now?
We've been married for 23, almost 24 years. I know. I don't do numbers in my head. So he's my number, guys. So yeah, but it's been
we'll
a long
ask him
time.
On his episode. Yeah. We'll ask him on his episode.
he'll probably say no. Shit.
And I loved your answer. I loved your answer to the following question too. Do you have any pets, Allie?
Oh, I have my kids.
There it is, everybody. We don't need pets. We've got kids. Okay. All right. So with that, we're gonna pivot here. We're gonna end this episode. This was the kind of get to know Allie episode, and the second episode will be all about the nursing school, and what she's doing with her NP degree. Which I'm just excited for you to unpack all that. So Allie, you ready to make the flip to the other side?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here's what's happening on the next episode of Feeding Our Young.
I had this image in my head that I had to work in a hospital for me to be a good nurse. I really had that. I had that, and I don't know why I had it. I don't know where that came from, but maybe it was the mentality of my school that was instilled in me. Like I had to be a hospital nurse. If I didn't work in a hospital, I wouldn't be good at it. I wouldn't be looked at a good nurse. I would have been doubted. I wouldn't be like, people wouldn't see my knowledge and my ability. And I had all those doubts in my head.
Yeah.
And I just want to let them know that, yeah, I worked in a hospital. That's fine. It was rough. It was, and you have to look at what works for you as a person, because if you're good at what you do and if you love what you do, you're going to be good at it no matter where you go.
Did you like today's episode of Feeding Our Young? Let today's honored guest know by emailing us at thanks@feedingouryoung.org. Also, if you are a nursing student, nurse, or a nursing instructor and would like to be featured on a future episode, please email us a few details about yourself at the very special email address mystory@feedingouryoung.org. If you have a question you would like addressed in a future Q&A episode, please send it to q@feedingouryoung.org. For all other inquiries, please email us at info@feedingouryoung.org or text us at area code 509-ALL-THEM, 509-255-8436. We're so excited to have you return to hear our next honored guest. Be sure to follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Feeding Our Young LLC. Again, that's username Feeding Our Young LLC. Until next time, be encouraged and go find someone to encourage today.